Oh dear.
Alright.
34.
What's the squad? I don't even know what the squad is.
Yes, I do.
Sound check. Can everyone hear us all right?
Check, check.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good. Right.
Oh. What's you hearing that now?
Zero us like 5 times.
That's the one I want. Right, welcome back, guys, to the 12th Man. This show replaces our regular Thursday night show, which has been a hit and miss recently with all the cup games. But we're here in Dan's living room. The only thing that seems to resemble the existing memory of Blockbuster, even though Blockbuster didn't actually release DVDs.
Nice.
So, but yeah, we're here today to witness. Well, we're not going to witness both halves of the Ipswich game. We're going to listen to the Ipswich game, give our thoughts, talk about town as we would usually on the 12th Man. There'll be 2 videos to join us for the first half and the second half. We've got the Norwich against Arsenal game on the telly, so we can watch the Scum get battered. That'd be nice. Yeah. It looks like Arsenal are going to go 1-0 up any minute now.
The German wizard.
It's literally going to go 1-0. Oh. Alright, yeah, anyway, so we've got that on in the background. We'll go through the starting the lineup in a minute, but just want to say thank you to everyone that joined us last time. We had about 3,000 people join us last time we did this, so and that was for Lincoln. Let's hope more today. The game should have kicked off by now. As far as I'm aware, Flynn Downs is the Ipswich captain, youngest ever Ipswich captain, was it?
Yeah.
Come out. That's incredible for Flynn Downs. So,
and he deserves it.
He does deserve that chance, don't he? But we'll just go here. So today we're joined by Dan, Will, and obviously allocated seat king Andy over there.
Got my seat early. To
Yeah.
this one today.
got his choices. So, Andy, have you got the starting lineup, mate?
Yeah. So it is Norris in goal.
Yeah.
Danasian right back, Wolf and Wilson in the middle, Gubbert left back.
Yeah.
Then we've got Downs and Dizelle holding midfield, with Nolan in number 10, with Danny Rowe and Judge left and right, and then Will Keane up top by himself.
So pretty strong starting lineup.
Stronger than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wonder about width at times.
Yeah.
And one up front, I'm never, at the moment, just not keen. One
No.
up front, especially Jackson up top on his own, doesn't work for me.
I mean, at least Keane can hold the ball up, can't he?
Yeah.
And he's got the height.
Can't jump.
But I mean, I'd like to know what the thought is around Judge being on the wing again. The only thing that kind of benefits us is his balls into the box from out wide in that position.
I do wonder if him and Rowe will rotate left and right.
We kind of play with technically two number 10s today with an interchange number 10 from the wing because neither of those players, and Dizelle coming in. Oh my God, sorry. Norwich, Tim Krul just pulled off a hell of a save. Arsenal were through on there and it could have been 1-0, but like you say, you've got Dizelle coming in. There's a lot of attacking play in there. Flynn Downs is obviously going to be the one holding the play today. What do we make of, obviously, Alan Judge not getting any game time at the moment since he scored in the FA Cup? That's a bit frustrating, surely.
I think he's been hard done by, to be honest. He had a bit of a tough summer, and he admitted he wasn't playing well, which we all knew already. And
can't even reach my corona. Look.
And I think he's come in, he's worked hard, and he's got a late goal to send us through to this game now. And I mean, I thought the next league game, I can't remember who it was, we played at home, didn't we? We drew 2-2.
Blackpool.
I was disappointed he didn't start for that game.
I thought he was shoe-in for a
I would
start.
have rather seen Judge rather than Edwards that game. I thought Edwards was pretty poor.
And I mean, he's a huge confidence player, Alan Judge.
Yeah.
And I thought he'd really kick on, but he just hasn't been given the opportunity before this one, so hopefully he takes it.
The starting lineup is a bit of a change, really. I know we've got the EFL Cup on Wednesday against Peterborough. I'd expect a strong side in that game.
Yeah.
Today we're playing with a stronger side. Why have those players been, taken out, not included? The youngsters such as Tommy Hughes, Dobra. I think he picked up an injury, didn't he, Dobra?
I think so.
I don't know.
On an international
El
duty.
Mazzuni, they're both just fallen
Oh,
off.
yeah,
Mazzoni.
international, yeah.
Yeah. El Mazzoni dropped off the radar for games like this.
I don't know, maybe Lambert sees that as more of a competition for youngsters to play, and obviously, we don't know, he's been squad rotation all season, so
Yeah.
it's hard to say really. I mean, could have played a week squad for this one, could play a week squad for a Peterborough game. I mean, that EFL trophy is more one that you can see us going all the way, and we've got a good chance of winning that, so perhaps you'd have expected to see a stronger squad for that, but there are some big names not playing today: Jackson, Norwood, Chambers.
Chambers not in squad.
James
Got him
dropped
from the
today.
squad. Jackson and Norwood on the bench. Obviously, Edwards has been starting a lot recently, so Lambert's obviously got his.
I think they had a
Coventry early pressure. Yeah.
Lambert's got his eye on him. Obviously, is a starter out wide at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Downs had that virus midweek, but he's kind of mainstay in the midfield, like whatever game it's in.
Well, we missed him on Tuesday night, didn't we?
We did miss him on Tuesday night, but I thought Nolan.
He could have been a
filled him-
difference, I
I
think.
thought
Tuesday
Nolan
night.
filled him really well.
But you say Nolan filled him really well, he didn't play, a job of two players.
No,
Because Emmy Hughes just didn't look fit.
no.
And that you could tell
Emmy
now
Hughes
that he's
hasn't
not
looked
ready
fit.
for
He
league
hasn't.
games.
He hasn't looked fit all season, although obviously he had such a long spell on the sidelines. What was it, like a year and a half, 2 years not playing?
Yeah.
And that's kind of a big thing to come back from. At the end of the day, he's a professional. He's paid a lot of money to do what he does, and if you can't get fit to play football, like at a decent level for what we want from this season, then where do you go with him? He's been, although he's got ability, we all know that.
Yeah.
But if he can't even get fit to show that ability, let alone like whatever this knee injury's done, then you've got to think like, how long can the club put up with someone who's just going to sit there and either not be fit or give mediocre performances?
I thought he was ready personally. I really thought he was ready to come in.
Yeah.
And I was a bit disappointed on Tuesday night because we didn't get anything from him. I'm sure Lambert will be disappointed with his performance as well. Not starting today, I would have thought he might have had another shout.
He had the potential to be like a new signing coming in
Yeah,
that
he
midfield,
did.
but he's just not really hit
I've been
that.
disappointed, to be honest. I've seen probably one good game
Yeah.
since he's been here.
Mm.
Before he got injured, obviously.
Say Newcastle.
Yeah, and that is all I've seen. Everyone raves about him, but I mean, has the injury changed him a bit? Is he not suited to League One?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think there could be a bit of that. I mean, in pre-season, I thought he was class. When he came on, the way he knocked the ball about was great. I mean, he had a really good
Obviously, lesser opponents, though, weren't
lesser opponents. You're right. And then,
Yeah.
like Gillingham in the Leeson.com, he ran the show. But again, lesser team, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a rotation piece. I kind of
Yeah.
hoped actually at this level he would come back and boss it a little bit. But maybe you're right, Andy. Maybe that injury has had psychological impact on him.
I wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
He's been out for
he
so
he
long.
pulls out of challenges. He's
Yeah.
reluctant to get like Luton away. He was no way he was putting a foot in. Yeah, it's a frustrating player for me at times.
Do you think the psychological impact has a bigger effect on players nowadays than it did before? If we look at players like Judge, who's come back and not made an impact, you've got Hughes actually going through that state at the moment, and then you've got a player like Grant Ward, who's essentially supposed to be coming back, may not even play for Ipswich again, but there is a chance that could happen.
I don't know, I just find it so frustrating. We seem to get, over the last 5-10 years, we seem to get so many long-term injuries.
Yeah.
We sign these players that have made out to be, a step above everyone else, and they just come here and get injured. Norwood played 60 games or something stupid last season, and yes, he may have been having the groin injections,
Yeah.
but he's come in, he's had surgery, and I mean, he's picking up other knocks.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating. I just don't understand what we're doing wrong here.
I mean, you look at Vincent Young as well. He came into that side and completely changed the right hand side. We had Darby on the left, a really attacking fullback,
Yeah.
and then we had Vincent Young come in on the right, and he completely changed the right hand side of our team. He was making them driving runs. He's got so much ability on the ball, and then I don't know if he's had injuries in the past at Colchester. I don't know, but suddenly he's like one of the best players on the pitch, and suddenly he goes and gets a groin injury, supposedly the same sort of thing Norwood had.
Yeah.
But then he goes and gets this other injury that's put him out for, what was it, 12 weeks or something, so 3 months out. So that's another big player that everyone, you think, oh, he's like one of the first names on the team sheet, really. Although Nassin's been decent since he's come back for him.
Well, they're saying this injury was nothing to do with the groin injury. It's a completely separate
I mean,
issue.
I blame myself at the Golden Hinds. I think I said something about him getting injured and had to touch wood, and what happens?
Yeah,
He goes and gets a long-term injury. So yeah,
terrible.
my
thing,
fault.
mate.
My fault, boys.
Gonna have
Sorry.
to drop you from the channel for that.
You're going to get axed by Mark.
Yeah.
Where is Mike today?
He's out Christmas shopping, I believe. Shocking, isn't it? Absolutely shocking.
With his girlfriend. I'm just surprised he had a girlfriend. Yeah.
He's a
Edwina.
charm- he's a
Edwina.
charm- he's
He's
a
out
charming
Edwina.
bloke.
Out with Edwina.
He's a charming bloke. His girlfriend's really nice. But yeah, I mean, I'll let him have one day off.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at one. Doesn't sound like we're in the game as per usual. We seem to just float around the games, really. But we talked about the KBY injury. Alan Judge not getting any time. Let's talk about a player that's in the squad today, Donassi. He's really stepped up in the absence of KBY. Played really well.
Even Mark admitted he played well.
I mean, he played well against Blackpool. I wouldn't say he played out of his skin against who was it? Who's that team top of the league? Oh yeah, Wickham. Yeah, we'll talk about them in a minute.
Southend.
He didn't play out of his skin against Wickham, but did anybody that night?
No, he played well enough, I think. I mean, it was just it's kind of what he needed after having a good game against Blackpool.
Yeah.
I think he needed just to put in a solid performance and not get too ahead of himself. And yeah, I think he done really well.
I think for me, it's
No KVY though, and you then notice, you think how good KVY actually is.
Yeah.
But
It's-
this is my argument. Did we play? I was talking about this in my blog earlier in the week. Have we actually? We always talk about getting out of second gear, but clubs are actually coming to Portman Road now and playing us at our own game.
Yeah.
They come in and playing for a draw,
they are
if
playing
anything.
for a draw.
It's quite easy to see.
And they're doing it.
3 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss at Portman Road this season. You know, for a promotion team, wouldn't you expect more results at home? Is it always like that? Or
We're not losing. That's the thing. We're solid at home.
We're
And
not losing. We always seem to manage to, if they score, or sorry to cut it off, if they score, we score, vice versa. So we don't get, very rarely, or what is it, 1 loss this season. So only one time we've got nothing from a home game. But for a promotion title pushing team, you would like to see more wins at home.
are we stooping to their level though? That's my argument.
I don't think so. I think if you are solid at home, you're winning and you're drawing, and you have good away form, then you're gonna be really at the top by the end of the season.
Yeah.
And we've got better away form than we do home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And how many times could we say that in the past?
Exactly.
About our away.
and I mean,
You're
as
right.
long as we're solid at home, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Do you think that I'll say it like this: draws could be seen as poor results. You could take them either way.
Yeah.
Could you see bad results at home? You know, putting fans off and coming back. I mean, if we're going to continuously draw games, the games that we should have won personally. Town under some more pressure than Coventry.
Donassi
Sounds
played
like
a
we're
lot.
in a shift.
Yeah.
It's about putting fans off coming.
Yeah.
No, I really don't. 'Cause I think, you know, the club have done great work in the past year in bringing fans back. The fans have played their part in that, in creating.
Well,
the atmosphere.
Lambert has.
Yeah.
That's what
More
I mean.
than
That's
the
what I
club,
mean.
yeah.
Really, and when I say the club, you
Yeah.
know, in the last year, it's no coincidence that things have improved leaps and bounds in just atmosphere and positivity. Even though we're rock bottom and relegated, I've never seen fans so united. I don't think it will put people off. I mean, Tuesday night was at 20,000.
Yeah, another 19,000 and
You know,
It's the
700, right?
first time in however long we've had 2 straight 19,000 plus
I mean, that's
home
the-
attendances, I think.
The average attendance is absolutely perfect at the moment.
Yeah. And I think that will remain pretty consistent
Yeah.
in that. I think maybe a Saturday for a pretty big game. Probably a
Disappointed
couple
we only
more.
got 19,000 for Blackpool at home though.
Yeah.
I would have thought we would have had more. Obviously, you've got to take Christmas into consideration now.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of blokes getting put off by their missus, keeping them at home.
Going Christmas shopping.
A lot of family activities during those times.
I also think perhaps that such insanely good start we had at the start of the season has, for a lot of people, they kind of look at that and like, we can beat pretty much, on our day we can beat pretty much anything that's put in front of us in this league, so...
But do you think
we've just got to start firing goals again, because we're just lacking that cutting edge up top at the moment.
Do you think that start has had an effect on where we are at the moment in terms of, being a side that we were obviously affected by those results?
Yeah, I think we've been unlucky with injuries, but the players that have come in, they've really dug in, and we haven't been losing many at all. So I think that shows that we're in a good, although we're not particularly playing well, we're in a good position.
Yeah.
I think that Wimbledon game also shows a team that's going to be up there fighting that kind of mentality.
Good team score late goals.
We played pretty crap that game. Like that was poor showing. But if you're willing, like Scouse did, if you're willing to just try that kind of over the top ball and hope someone can get on the end of it, a defensive mistake, someone gets on the end of it. Literally how it went, and we go from getting 1 point against a team that's looking like relegation fodder.
Yeah.
Which if we're drawing against them, then you kind of go, oh god, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But to go and get 3 points then, and then to get that late goal, that kind of really shows that mentality that we do want this, but at the moment we're just not firing the goals that we were. There's just something just slightly gone off the boil at the moment.
I think what you mentioned, Will, actually about cutting edge, I think it's a really good point. For me, it's, beyond our front two and Garbutt chipping in with pens and things like that, where the goals really coming from.
Yeah.
Otherwise, from other areas of the pitch, and now we've got no KVY, and he's chipped in with a few when he came. I really start to worry. Where are the goals going to come from?
Recruitment, I think in January would be interesting to see what we do. If we're going to stick with what we've got, or if we're going to get a couple of loans in, or
I don't think we'll strengthen in January. I think we'll keep the exact same squad. Depending on people coming back. You think of those injuries, say, we probably won't see players like Lancaster, but Lancaster, Sears, they come back, that's 2 extra attackers.
Freddie Sears is going to be big.
I think Sears is good for Jackson. I think Jackson has a lack of competition as that pacey man up top.
Yeah.
You think Norwood's not slow, but he's not got the same pace as Jackson, and Keane just can't run. So I think someone like
back till February though, is he?
Yeah. Well,
so maybe either wait for Sears to come back, or maybe we need to look at signing some competition for that striker role that Jackson plays in the league, because as that pacey top man, he's basically got no one to push him at the moment with Lancaster and Sears injured. So
we just don't know. We could, we're dismissive of external influences here.
Yeah.
If we were to sell anybody in January, which we could do, someone comes in the right price, we'd have to change our whole complete outlook. We wouldn't sell Keane, would we? Who do you reckon? Here's a question for you guys watching today. Who do you think would be the most likely player to be sold in January? Who do you think we'll get money for? And who do you think we need to bring in? Did I ask you guys? No,
we all said Dazelle.
Yeah.
Let's see how many Dazelles come up in the comments now.
I think Andre is the one that you probably could get a decent fee for.
Yeah.
He's the one that springs to mind. And I dare say the Judge rumours will come flying out again in a couple of weeks. Possibly. I mean, I wouldn't want to sell Judge, to be honest.
No, I don't think.
However, if they came in with £1 million,
but let's be honest, we're not going to get £1 million for a player who's not scored.
No,
he scored 1 FA Cup goal and 50.
That was his first goal. That was his first goal in 46 games.
I know. Let's not be dismissive of Judge again. He's not going to
maybe
go.
we should be.
If we dismiss him,
he'll
score today.
Yeah.
He's not the £1 million player he was in the summer.
Of course not.
But Luke Pennan's there saying sell Jordan Roberts. I mean, we've got to look at players that are going to get us money. Bart is one that's definitely going to get sold in January, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan Roberts is a good point. We might get what 200,000 for him if we're lucky.
No, and I think we'd keep him for that.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go. I honestly don't think he'll go.
I don't think that's worth selling a player for.
No.
What does 200k? The only thing 200k you get is the player with the same quality, and he knows what it costs.
Gavin has said, has Isaac Hutchinson been announced yet? We're crying out loud.
Oh, he
Who is
loves
this
him.
guy?
He actually
Loves
loves
We
him.
probably will sign him in January because everyone goes on about him all the time. But I've seen him play once, and to be honest, I was quite impressed.
If we all tell the club
I
to
did
go
actually.
look at him, go
Yeah.
sign him,
Did you
he'll
know?
get a scout down there.
I'll tell you a little something, and it's a well-known. Oh my
fuck's
God!
sake.
Norwich have scored,
Fuck off.
and
Pookie.
Pookie's just scored.
Fuck's sake.
Complete. That was the biggest deflection I've ever
Oh,
seen. That is unbelievable. Come on, Freddie Lundberg, shut it
Jammy.
out.
Or he's going to bring himself on, I think.
Yeah.
Look at all those pikeys in the.
Seeing all those Norwich
Oh.
fans just makes me sick.
God's sake, they've been
Oh.
complete. They've been done over here. Arsenal have been all over them.
We're all over and Pookie's has gone.
What have you got?
Jammy is stupid goal you've ever seen. Fuck off, Jacko.
Is
Just
he-
like literally watch the replay. Look,
To be fair, there
David
was a-
Luiz just got turned inside by Pookie.
A player with.
He's finished.
he is finished.
finished.
He's so finished.
What is that defending?
Oh, it's David Luiz.
No, it came off Mustafi. Look,
Oh, did it? Oh, well, it could be
Luiz
either of them. They're both
was-
crap.
look at them, the centre backs. What the hell is going
Where's
on there?
Mustafi?
He had
What's
an
it? Look,
absolute
watch it.
shitter there.
Both of them.
Oh,
Oh,
dear. Anyway, back to it. Did you know if you spot a player that is half decent, if you mention it to the club, it's within their duty to go and check this player if they get more than one mention. So if someone calls up and says, oh, for example, Andy Rutter, I've seen Andy Rutter play.
Get
once or
down
twice.
goals.
You need to get down to goals and see his skills, right? Six-a-side kick. And somebody else makes the same phone call. He then goes onto their database and they listen down and then they go and scout them. They get
Maybe
someone
that's
to go
why
and
we-
watch them.
Maybe we did see Chamber down there, didn't we?
Yeah.
And maybe that's what. Maybe that was part
Chamber
of it.
actually was down at goals watching us 2
Yeah.
weeks in a row.
Yeah, he was.
And I heard that I was the one being scouted.
Nah.
Nah, savage, no.
The new Akinfenwa for town.
What are you trying to say? I'm skinnier than I can feel, alright. Right, what are we saying in the comments? How would you feel if Bielkowski stayed and replaced for Norris?
Isaac for Ipswich.
Mr. Ipswich Town, he won't be staying, and there'll be no competition between Bielkowski and Holy at the club.
no.
Bielkowski is on his way out of Ipswich Town.
We got the best years apart. We
Yeah.
100% had the best years apart.
He's
But you've
no
got
longer
to
gonna
you've
be
got
Ipswich
you've
Town
got to
now.
move on.
Luke's saying, what would we want him as a correct midfielder? We have to be. Oh yeah, Luke's quite in the know about these lower league players, so I wouldn't have an argument with him, Gavin. But
He's Mr. Football Manager, isn't
Isaac Hutchinson would not be coming to Ipswich Town, I don't imagine. With all the the plethorous amount of players we have to choose from. Where are we at now? What's the time?
he? To be fair,
20 what?
doesn't
20
sound
minutes
like
in?
we're doing much
Yeah.
in the match.
20 minutes in, it's still 0-0. Doing a McCarthy here today.
You love to see.
What do you think about the FA Cup then? Because Lambert's come out and said he wants a Premier League opponent in the next round.
He wants that 100k for next round, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you we'd go to the 100k, didn't I? But what is it with Ipswich Town? We can't get through a round without having a replay, can we?
Yeah, I reckon.
Are we playing for another replay today?
All over it, isn't it?
So Ipswich keeping possession really well. Some crisp first time play. But as soon as they get in the final third, they end up getting pushed right back again. So it sounds like Coventry are really trying to stop us getting in behind. Not that we've got any pace up top, but
No.
So basically they're saying Will Keane's in the box but doing nothing.
yeah.
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 Haven't heard that before.
What do we feel about Will Keane? I mean,
When he first came in I think, did he come in January
yeah.
last season? He kind of made an instant impact. Scored a few late goals to get us some draws. But obviously by that point we knew we were kind of down already.
Yeah.
He just feels like a different player this season. He just
There's just
hasn't.
nothing there.
He just hasn't got going, has he?
He doesn't need to get going though, I don't feel. If he's got two players like Jackson and Norwood in front of him, he
No.
could easily sit there and get the dosh in on the side and
Oh,
not really have to
Arsenal
make that much
penalty.
of
What?
Arsenal
impact.
got
Arsenal penalty.
Where's this come from?
It was a push, I think.
Obviously Zimmerman.
That's a VIR decision, I think.
Cool.
Here we go.
whatever.
Come on, Arsenal.
Come on, Alba.
I mean, my friend, we were talking about Will Keane last night, and he was sort of saying, I think his game's more suited to the Championship than League One.
A bit similar to Dazzel's style of play, more suitable to a different league.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know where you come from there.
and,
I'd agree.
and
with
maybe that's the case
I
with
took
Will.
Aubameyang out of my fantasy
that.
football.
He needs to do more, don't you?
Aubameyang's my captain. I don't change one. He just sits there as my captain.
Well, can you stop talking about fancy Premier League, please, guys?
So I took Aubameyang out for Vardy. So hopefully
That's-
Vardy nets Hattie today.
Yeah. Is
That's
that on there
Aubameyang's
as
going
well?
to score this.
This is great.
Wow.
Come on.
Right, Arsenal stepping up for a penalty.
Come
Aubameyang.
on.
It's saved! Oh my god!
I'm glad I took him out. I knew that.
For God's sake, Norwich, what's going on?
What is it with
That's a
crawling
bad
penalties?
penalty, though.
What is it
That was a
with
bad
crawling?
penalty,
That was
fair.
a shocking penalty.
Norwich are going to stay up at this rate. Anyway,
Awful penalty.
Who's telling where to go?
24 minutes gone in the Ipswich game, 0-0 between Town and Coventry in the FA Cup second round. Boys,
Look at the session.
Town have
Oh,
got
they're going to retake it.
60%
They're gonna
possession.
Oh, it's
Okay.
encroachment.
He's off his line.
Bloody hell.
They've got to
It's-
retake
It's
that.
encroachment as well.
Has he called it up?
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
call
get
that
in there.
So not just back to the Norwich game. I know we're not commentating on Norwich game, but
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
look at-
retake
Yeah, look
that.
at that guy at the top of the box. He's about.
That's
they're going to
Aaron's,
retake.
isn't
They're
it?
going to
He's about
retake
2
the
yards
Arsenal
from the
penalty.
box.
That's Aaron's.
I've got to
whatever his
retake
name's.
that.
Yeah.
And Crawler's off his line.
The look on Cantwell's face is priceless.
Mate, if this
Lucky
isn't
face.
given, this is ludicrous. But VAR, no, it just won't be given.
What's going on? Come on.
There's no,
His
there's
decision's
no
been
argument.
made.
There's no argument about it. It's encroachment. And he's off his line.
Penalty!
Hey! Oh, look at Cantwell.
And by the way, if you're sitting there with your parents or you're watching this as a child, it's probably not suitable, this channel. It has been made. We have made this an over 18s channel. So if your mum and dad are in the room, just make sure they're alright to let you watch
Or
this.
plug your headphones in.
Because there's going to be some swearing any second now.
There's going to be limbs today if we score.
Limbs.
I might just raise my bottle like this if we score.
Crawler's going to stand on the net this time.
So
He's gonna
Aubameyang,
hang off it.
Aubameyang gets to retake the penalty.
He's going to miss it again.
Oh, if he misses this again.
I mean, Krul's saved a few this year, hasn't he?
There's
Yeah.
something about cruel penalties.
If he saves this as well.
He's looking nervous.
I'm surprised he's taking it again. I looked at it.
Aubameyang's looking nervous.
Just
I
roof it
was
straight
expecting
into...
to put lack
He's
of
just
it.
gonna lace
straight
it,
into Krul's cranium, mate.
Straight down the throat.
Brain injury.
Depends how quick he runs at it. If he runs at it quick, he's going to go either left or...
I'd just place it bottom right hand corner.
Would ya?
Yeah. I'll literally run up, just place it bottom right hand corner. He steps up.
Oh,
Aubameyang
oh,
scores.
that's a
Arsenal
better-
back in the game.
That's a
Come
better.
on.
That's a much better penalty. That
Come
was in
on.
the corner. That
And a
was.
few words to Krul there. I think he was giving
Oh,
him.
look at that.
Norwich fans getting a
You
bit
love
salty.
to see it.
Look how salty they're getting.
Ooh.
Oh,
Bit
Krul.
salt.
Oh, he's
Oh,
going to get
there's gonna be
he's
a
going to get a
fight
car for that.
That's booking for the
Fight,
same,
fight,
surely.
fight.
Anyway, back to the Town game. So Luke Pennant said the main issue with Will Keane is when he plays central striker, he naturally drifts on. He's on. There's no one coming in the box. There's too many times. The thing is, Will Keane's not. He plays up front by himself a lot.
Yeah.
But he doesn't deliver anything by himself. So surely he needs someone up there with him.
Oh.
Could he play with Jackson or he can't play with Jackson evidently? Can he play with Norwood?
No, 'cause he's
Really,
no pace.
you'd think
Don't know, we've never
that
seen
he
it.
would bad play Jackson because that's the typical big man, target man, flick on to the fast
Oh,
striker.
it was handball.
But everyone says Will Keane can hold the ball up well, but there's one thing he can't do is he can't win a header.
He can't
No.
jump.
Can't jump.
He can't
He's
win a
like
header with
6'2", but he doesn't jump. He
Well,
just stands
He
there.
has had a hamstring surgery, hasn't he? So
which prevents him from from springing off the floor.
He's probably
Yeah.
got an artificial
Like
hamstring. The
Gazelle.
amount of crap that's
he was
caused
like a
him.
gazelle before that surgery.
I mean, what last season? I guess he had Quainer up there with him
Yeah.
most of the time. So, you know, we've never seen him up top with Norwood, to my knowledge. So don't know, but it would seem like a good fit in my eyes.
Hmm. He
Not,
just
you know,
doesn't seem to
Keane
be one of
flicking
these
that one.
versatile players. If you look at him as a player, he's brought up in the Manchester United academy.
One dimensional.
He would have
Yeah.
been one-dimensional. He
And
would
it's-
have been one-dimensional. Yeah, you're
And
right.
it's really he was at Man United as a one-dimensional player, and it really
Yeah.
it's just a bit strange, I think. But what do I know?
Nothing.
No,
Clearly.
that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here doing this.
That's why you're sitting here unpaid doing this.
Yeah.
in your allocated seat.
Quality. Let's move away from that just quickly. What are we thinking about Coventry today as an opponent? Obviously, today's game may give us an idea of what we expect on Saturday. You know, didn't fancy going up there twice in 1 week, personally.
No.
I know Whitby's on the ground today.
Yeah, fair play to everyone that has gone up today and going up again in a week's time. Fair play, 'cause it's a crap journey.
Yeah.
Fair play to them. But Coventry have only made, what, 2 changes? So this is, I guess, a pretty strong team for them.
And quite similar to Lincoln, they want to go out and win that
Yeah.
game, don't they?
Yeah.
And,
Be nice if we can. Be nice if we
They've
can.
got
win,
rent to
hopefully
pay
unsettle
to
a bit.
Birmingham, I guess.
Yeah.
So they need the money.
They've got to pay for those empty seats they've got. I wonder how many they've actually got there today.
Won't come up yet, will it?
No, I wonder. But like you say, we were leading in possession stats there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't say. I really don't believe possession stats because
That's
that's what Mike was saying the other day that
So the 80
Wimbledon had 17% possession.
What was
in
it?
that game.
80 minutes of the game.
Until the 80th minute, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the train to London. I was constantly on my phone, looking, and I tend to go on the commentary rather than look at stats because stats can be a bit misleading. But yeah, I mean, it was well in our favour. I mean, we were in the 70s at times, and I can't remember the last time we had that amount of possession. So, you know, I can't really talk about Tuesday night because I wasn't there, but yeah, possession doesn't win you games. I mean, look at Man City; they tend to have ridiculous amount of possession, but it doesn't always win you games.
No, you're right.
Newcastle game play yesterday.
Well,
if
yeah,
anyone
that's what I
says
mean.
that
That's
Pep
the
Guardiola
punchline.
hasn't had an influence on English football, they'll be lying. But Norwich are now on the attack again,
Oh,
and Pookie looks to be for on goal.
Man, no, Pookie's finished.
Uh,
Should we have a look at the other FA Cup scores? I'll
You've
just
got
have a bit of a
the other-
browse.
Yeah, give us a shout, mate.
Blackpool are losing at home to Maidstone United 1-0.
Jesus.
Cup set.
And other standout scores: Exeter City beating Hartlepool 2-0, so Jeff won't be happy.
No.
Gillingham winning 2-0 at home to Donny Rovers,
Because Gillingham like a cup game, don't they?
yeah.
apart from the EFL trophy.
So unlucky
Yeah.
us in the group.
And Peterborough beating Dover 1-0 at home, and that's it really.
Okay.
So,
Draw
you know,
down
if
folks
they beat the
and
mighty
then-
Dover, we could be in with a tie on Wednesday.
Mighty Dover.
Do you think both squads are going to put out a really strong side on Wednesday night?
I'd expect to see a very similar. Well, before the teams came out today, I was saying to you, I think I expect to see a similar team today as we would on Wednesday night.
If Norwood's out for the coming league game, you
Yeah.
expect him to start.
You'd expect him
Yeah.
to start
Wednesday
because
night,
it keeps him
I would
sharp.
have expected him to start tonight as well.
I-
Today as well.
I
sorry.
expected them to play today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Frustrating.
But
You
I mean, he had a really good game when we played Peterborough away.
Yeah.
He completely bullied their defence.
Yeah.
Wasn't it there where? Wasn't it their keeper that made that stupid mistake for his first goal?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
when Norwood scored his first
Christy
goal, broke his
Pearce.
duck, yeah.
Yeah.
But that, to be honest, Peterborough that day were brilliant. I thought they were really good.
Yeah, they were. And but funny enough, it was Ivan Toney's fault that we got a draw
Yeah.
because he was coming off from an offside position. He just booted the ball when it went over him, and that's what gave us the free kick, which led to the corner, which
Led to
Chambo
the goal.
scored from. So
Terrible. It must be
bit of
said.
arrogance there.
That El Mazzini corner was absolutely horrendous. And I said it's
Chambo drifted front.
not going to
post,
beat the
First man.
first man.
and it didn't.
Ironically, the first man was
Was
Chambo. But nonetheless, there were some scenes in that way, and I've never seen anything like it. Without a doubt, that was probably the best experience I've had on an away day. I think I've had some good ones, but that was decent.
West Ham for me is always.
When
playoffs.
Bowyer? Oh, playoffs.
Yeah. But yeah, Bowyer. Oh yeah, that was crazy. But playoffs, first when we played
2-2.
yeah, we were 2-0
Sheffield
down.
and Miller, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Remember
mean, that
game.
was tremendous. Yeah.
And we're talking back down the Portman Road. Thought, yeah, all we need to do now is get
Yep.
the win. And
Marlon Harewood.
What
Yeah.
player? What player?
He was
Him-
awful for
I
us.
tell you what, him and Zamora up front at the time were incredible, weren't they, together? They
Yeah.
had a great partnership.
Yeah.
And they had some really good players. Thomas
Etheridge.
Repka at the back. Etheridge, yeah, like you say. Who else did they have in goal? Who did they have in goal at the time? They had bloody Thingy in goal, didn't they, for that game? Our goalkeeping
Hardwell.
coach. No, they had our goalkeeping coach.
Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy Walker
Did they?
in for their
Oh my
leg.
god.
Oh yeah. Oh, good days. I love
Those were good
that era.
Joe
as a
Royle,
Towns
yeah,
fan.
the end of Burley, start of Joe Royal era was
I love
always-
Joe Royal. I grew up with Joe Royal.
Yeah.
great manager.
Great time. It was we'll score more goals than you. You know, the amount of 4-3s and things like that. I
We used to
remember-
pummel teams, absolutely pummel them, 6-0,
God.
5-0, you name it. I remember we battered Nottingham Forest 6-0 at Port
Yeah.
Road, you remember that?
Yeah.
And they went down that year, didn't they?
They did.
Absolutely battered them. And they had David Johnson in their starting lineup.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
Crew 6-4.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a humdinger one. And we used to go away as well and get a lot of points on the road.
Yeah. Yeah. Jermaine Wright in
Justin
midfield.
Finley, so Mr. Ipswich Town is that Joe Sheehan? I thought he was managing.
Yeah. They're winning
Women's
5
today.
now at the moment.
Oh, he's having a day off, obviously.
Natasha Roberts 30-yard lob.
No way.
Yeah.
Savage. The girls are doing well. They
Excellent.
keep pushing. FA Cup.
Yeah.
They're in the Women's Suffolk Cup as well, I think, as well. They're doing well.
Yeah.
Doing well in the league. They're going for a triple this season, I think. Mr. Ipswich Town said, if we don't get promoted, do you think the likes of Norwood, Jackson, Wolverton, we sold? Or do you think we have the finances to keep it?
I don't think there's any doubt we're not going to get promoted.
If we no, well, this is the thing, but that not many people do know of. If we don't get promoted, then our budget is going to be cut by half again.
I don't think it would be just a few of those players that you've mentioned. I think we could potentially lose the manager as well. I really do. Said that a couple of weeks
Oh,
ago.
shit.
That was so bad.
With the risk of not going up is so
That's fifth
huge
risk.
financially.
I mean,
I reckon Lambert probably would stay, but if a club came in for him, you know, if we got compensation for him,
At risk of risking everything that is put together, and this is a question to you guys as well. Do you think Paul Lambert would leave if Town weren't to get promoted at the end of the season? Because I don't believe that. I
No.
understand where you come from, but
I
I don't
just
think he would.
If
I
a
don't
club
think he
came
would.
in for him, I'm not saying he would resign or anything like that, or he would get the sack. Of course not. But I think if a club came in for him and we would offer compensation, I'm sorry. I reckon both would consider it.
Yeah.
That's the only way I think Lambert would go in the summer is if a championship club came in, offered the club compensation.
Yeah.
I mean, without
Hold
being...
on. We've got a message from Mark here. He must be in Norwich because he's but fought my way through a sea of inbreds to get back to see you sexy bastards. Mark, I thought you'd come back here, mate.
Yeah, come round, mate.
You know the address. Where are you?
Bring the bovs.
Part time.
Bring
Bring the bobs.
Dan forgot to get the bottles in, for God's sake. There was a question actually.
I've sent the wife out, so hopefully she'll remember to
A
get
question
some for you.
from a question from Instagram yesterday. Would you choose Bovrils or Bevrils? Bevrils.
That'll be in a highlight. I'm proud of that. December highlights. 1st December.
Oh,
He
for God's
wants the
sake.
highlights in early.
Already on the highlights. Bovril or Bevs? Bovs or Bevs?
Bobs or Bevs. Who? Some absolute top Shagger legend asked that question.
Yeah, probably Troy. What are we going for? Bevs or Bovs?
Boss.
Bovs?
Bobs.
Bovs? I've never seen you drink a Bov.
Yeah, I have bob half time.
It's got to be Bevs. What are you going for?
Bov.
So
Yeah,
Bovs
I
went up by
love Bov.
three goals to 1.
Yeah.
Do they serve Bovs in Section 5?
They don't.
They
yeah,
bring
they
them to
do.
your seat probably. To be fair, when you sit down.
They don't
Yeah,
sell them.
seat
They don't
service.
sell them in Section 6 though. I heard that the boys have to go all the way over to Section 4 to get there.
Disgusting, yeah.
Yeah. it's
Don't like
terrible.
being down there.
It's something we were talking about. Andy, you were there. We were talking to Steve, weren't we? What was his name? Steve Pearson. What's the other guy called? At the AGM. About
Oh.
queuing up at half time. And they said, "Oh, do you have any ideas about making the queues easier?"
Oh, and it
At
was
half time.
Dan Palfrey.
That's the one. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we're looking for ideas on how to make the queues easier." I was like, well, "It's just simple math, surely."
Have more than one card machine.
Yeah, and put a queue in there.
And yeah, they're like, we have to screw everything to the floor. And I actually pointed out Norwich away,
Yeah.
give it to them. Their queuing system and stuff for the Bovs at half time, it worked. They're these big poles screwed in the floor,
Yeah.
so they couldn't be chucked around.
It's
And
a
it
similar
filtered
size,
people.
isn't it? It's a similar size from what I remember.
And it filtered people. And I
Yeah.
mean, that it's just a bit obvious, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It doesn't take a lot of
The
work
owner,
out, does
the
it?
owner
Don't
is a
have to-
hospitality giant, and they're asking us off the street what they should be doing.
It's a good point.
Absolutely.
It makes you wonder, and
quality.
it's just-
That's
It's a
quality.
good point.
It just baffles me, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the fact we've just got one car machine in the North Stand.
What about the overstewarding of Section 6 at the moment? I'm sure there's plenty of people watching this now that have seen what's been going on with the stewards, but it's just too many hands on at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit over the top. It's a bit over the top in Section 6 at the moment.
Well, you counted them. How many stewards were in the last match against what?
Oh, no, every match.
Blackpool on Saturday?
At some points, every match we've got 15 stewards in one section.
15.
And you don't even see that in a whole one stand.
No.
Again, I wasn't there Tuesday, but I heard about a bunch of fans who had the audacity to sing in the Cobbles stand and got moved into Section 6 or something like that.
Yeah, good friends of ours actually that were up there.
Yeah.
And
How
they
dare
do
you?
get
How
tickets
dare
all-
you have a good time?
Yeah.
I mean, how dare you come to a football match and sing?
I know.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
So they
Just
were
get locked up.
So the steward said they were being too loud. Fucking hell.
Yeah, free the Wes, you're right, Gavin. Free the Wes.
And we know who those stewards were under instructions of, don't we?
What, headphones?
Headphones, yeah. So if you're a Section 6 regular, you know who
I
headphones
mean, I
is.
dare even ask the question, what do people think of headphones? Because I know what the answer's going to be. The guy's just a control freak. But look, let's get back into this. Do you think the segregation of areas like 4, 5 and 6, you know, like you go to stadiums and they have like sections cut off?
Yeah.
So you can only have a certain amount of people in each section.
I think it's...
Do you think that would help with the queuing system and things like that? I'm just purely
No,
pointing
just
from that.
completely ruin the atmosphere. Before the match down in the north stand, lower, you get such a good atmosphere on the concourse, people moving around down there, having a bounce around, having a bit of a sing, and it's quality, and especially before the big matches, everyone gets involved, and I think that completely ruin it.
Yeah.
So I hope it's something we don't see introduced. And I don't think we will, to be honest, because it means the club have to spend some money actually on the stadium, and they're not realistically they're not going to do that, are they?
Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Lambert had to sort of convince him to do a bit of painting in the
I
summer.
know, it's absolutely ridiculous.
so
Again,
It's
you're
just
in
basic maintenance, isn't
again
it?
you're in
Really? Just make-
hospitality, and you're having the fans saying they will turn up themselves and volunteer to do it. It's just not right.
There's been a lot of bad karma about that. I've seen a lot of people really disgruntled. We all know Dean's a bit upset. I've seen Helen Royce has actually been quite vocal about helping out and sort. To be honest, personally, I don't want to go down to my club and waste my time painting something that they're not going to look after.
No, and
Do
we
you know what I
should.
mean? And that's my opinion
it's
of it.
not a non-league club. If it's, you know, if I was supporting a non-league club, I'd get involved and help in any way, shape,
Yeah, of course
or
you
form.
would.
But this isn't.
We've got £1 billion owner who's worth over £1 billion,
We can't
and
afford a tin of paint.
and they're not. I know it's not important, but it is. You wouldn't go to a restaurant that has paint peeling off the walls.
No.
So why would you do the same at a stadium?
I'll put it into
Taylor
context,
Flowers.
right? Went to Norwich in February of this year, right, to watch Town.
Yeah.
That is an absolutely horrifying tackle. If Kenny McLean don't get sent off here, it's a travesty.
Yeah.
Don't want to VAR that. Check that. Went down to Norwich this year, and I take my hats off to them, right, because the way they present their stadium is immaculate. They've got everything. They've got all the signage. Everything is perfect. You look at our stadium; it's got tattered old letters hanging off it. No
Yeah.
badges, no nothing.
I mean,
You look at the Green King. The letters were hanging off it last year.
even the
weren't
South Stand has at night only says Town Football Club now. Doesn't say
Nice.
Town football
Yeah.
club.
Replace
There's
the
Town
fucking
Football Club.
bulbs.
Town FC.
We'll get solar panel ones.
I noticed.
Whatever,
I did actually notice as well. They're trying to make stadiums in extra places. Did you notice that the lights went on at the stadium until 30 minutes before the game
Well,
the other day, whereas they'll put them on for an under 23s game all night. It's just like, why you?
safety, I guess.
I couldn't even see the stadium when I came down the other night.
That would have been weird.
Yeah, well,
Really
it's
weird.
always on.
Yeah.
The lights are always on.
Yeah.
It's
To be
just
honest,
little
I
things.
didn't
Just
pay
little
much
things.
attention to them when I was walking up to a train station. Didn't pay any attention to
No.
the lights.
No. But it's just frustrating, really.
Yeah, it's strange. I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel with improving hospitality and things like that. Card machines would help. I
Yeah,
think.
massively.
Card
No.
machines is that big one, and although they've done, I mean, I say they've done well. It's taken them long enough to actually introduce one, but
Yeah,
you know,
but one.
people don't carry, very rarely carry like cash for a bottle of Coke or anything like that anymore. So
Or a Bovril.
or a Bovril or whatever.
More
You're
important.
completely right.
So why wouldn't you get more card machines, because probably, although like I think the thing is with each card machine, there's a little fee with each transaction he has to go through, whatever. But they probably make more money in the long run because the amount more transactions they get.
Well, I went and actually paid by card for a sausage roll a couple of weeks ago.
Disgusting.
And how long did that take me? I think I was standing there for 10 minutes. And I was
would've
at the front
given
of the queue.
I would have given
At the
up.
front of the queue, I ordered, I had my sausage roll, I was eating it, right? And I was still waiting to pay. But, you know, that's the story
I
for
bet
another day.
everyone loved you, but
Yeah, exactly. We're fastly approaching half time. It must be half time any time now.
yeah.
Absolute zero action in this first half, as far as we could tell.
Good afternoon, play.
Can we? I've got an important subject we need to talk about. Ash.
Yeah,
Have you ever left football match early?
yeah, I have. Yeah,
And which game was that?
Coventry against Ipswich.
Really? At Port Road?
The only time I've ever left a game early in my
And,
entire life.
Was that the match with Pablo?
Yeah, Pablo Cunyago, yeah.
Yeah.
Norwich.
Just talk us through it.
I was sitting there with my mate George, and I was getting frustrated because we were getting battered, absolutely battered by Coventry. And this is the days when I had. Oh my God!
Fucking
No way!
Arsenal and their shit.
Cantwell's just scored for Norwich. What is going on
piss
here?
off, you
What is
twat.
that?
He's such a substandard player. Look at all those virgins in that fucking stand. Oh my God.
Hold the inbreds in.
Anyway, yeah, we were so substandard at the time. And I think we were under Roy Keane, weren't we? Or Jewel. And
Okay.
It's Kane, yeah.
they had like Michael
Yeah.
McIndoe, I think it was,
Yeah.
and Richard. I think Richard Wood was actually an Ipswich boy playing for Coventry,
Yeah.
and he came up final minute header, went just looped all the way over Aaron Lee Barrett. He actually went to our school, Andy. Aaron Lee Barrett did.
Did he?
His brother was 2 years ahead of us.
Didn't know that.
But that was a hell of a goal. I'll
That
give
was a
Campbell
good
that. That was
finish.
a good
It
goal.
was a good finish.
Good finish by Arsenal.
but,
Just can't defend, can they?
When that goal went in, I was so frustrated. I turned to my mate George. I said, "Literally, I can't put up with this shit anymore." I literally walked out, and you know, you all watch it. You see it. They're arguing with the referee, and as I was walking down the stairs, just heard this massive roar going, "Yeah!" I just heard this guy go, "Fucking get in
I
there!"
do
I was like, "Oh!" I literally turned the guy next to me because I'm talking thousands of walking out at this point.
Well, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was
Fuck off! You were walking out.
No, I fucking won't. I've never left a match early. Never.
We were walking out, and I turned to this bloke. I was like, "I can't believe it. They just gone and fucking scored, haven't they?"
And there's
And
always.
at the time, it was probably about 17, 18. It would have been about the same age as you, I reckon.
Yeah.
I've done it
um,
once, and I think it was justified. We were getting battered at home against Norwich.
Was
when
that the
they went
5-0
up.
one?
The 5
The one, yeah, they went up.
When
When Bullard scored
I saw
that
Bullard's
absolute
goal.
rocket.
I saw Bullard's goal.
Yeah.
I think that made it 4-1, and when they scored again, I mean, it was getting really nasty.
I've never done
in
it.
the
I wouldn't do it.
grounds.
I can't.
I mean, I always look at those people who leave early. And I mean, if you left, especially in Section 6, there's a few people who leave early every match. And if you leave 5 minutes early,
You missed so much, yeah.
at the end of each match for the whole
There are
season, you'd miss a whole game.
There are
if you
people
had all
leaving
that
early
time.
for that. There are people leaving early that Wickham game. I was like, just when we were like brought Keane on and we were just staying up in their half the entire. We just brought Wilson off, and there were people leaving the stadium. In my mind, I was like, where the fuck are you going?
Yeah.
We've just brought.
There you go, it's half
That's
time.
half
Yeah,
time.
we've just brought another strike on and people are leaving. It's like, we're really going for this and you can't be bothered to stay and wait 5 minutes, see if we can get some scrappy winner to really start. And we didn't get that winner, which, you know, so then you look at it and
I
go,
just
oh,
say to
okay,
Andy, it was
but-
frustrating because all these people were walking out on Saturday against Blackpool. And I tell you what, we were still in the game. We were still in the game,
Yeah.
even to the final.
Oh
But,
my God, Ivan Toney's just got a rocket.
Did he? Well, we'll have a look at that at half time. It's half time now. Ipswich Town 0, Coventry City 0. Other way around, obviously, we're playing at Birmingham today, St Andrews, yeah. Covpot obviously haven't broken down our defence once again. But
Darcy and Holmstrong.
you know, it looks pretty even, but we've not had any more shots on target again.
Wasn't
You
that
know,
typical thing we did?
something
We hold the
Wickham
ball.
fans were talking about on Tuesday night, weren't they? We can't get shots on target at all at the moment. But we'll come back second half. We'll talk about it, and make sure you join us. Obviously, there'll be a separate link for that one, but make sure you stay tuned. Thanks for joining us, but we'll see you in the second half. All right.
Who wants a drink?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm dry.